for about
Oh,
30
just
years now,
barely made it in
mostly for
time.
other people, licenses and other publishers and developers. But all of us on the team, we have our own stories we want to tell. And one of those stories that we've been wanting to tell for a long time is the story of this fantasy, being a villain in a horror movie. Uh, Way back when, a decade or so ago, people were telling us horror doesn't sell. I mean, unless you're like the big ones, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, but really, don't even try. So we tried. We didn't give up. We released one as a comedic twist on this called Naughty Bear. If you don't know Naughty Bear, go check it out. It's
Alright,
magical. A little
had
later
to
on,
get
though,
myself a drink.
we had one of our designer come up with a little
Not
prototype,
sponsored.
a very simple hide and seek thing with someone trying to hide and do a thing, and someone else trying to catch them and finish the game. And it was so good. It was pure thumb candy. And we figured that by slapping on that skin of the 70s, 80s horror slasher flick, we were onto something remarkable. So we put the old band back together. We went and get Ash and Dave and Phil, and we put a team of about 30 talented, special people on it. And in June of 2016, Dead by Daylight came to be. One of the first key moments for us happened just a little before launch. So, the first Halloween before launch, we
uh,
showed it internally to the rest of the
Bonus
Behavior
points
team.
if you recognize
I
the
remember we
setting.
put the killer on the big screen and we put the survivors in a different room and we had people play the game and there was a lot of excitement and it was really cool. And then we put the survivor on the big screen and people went a little nuts and we saw the crowd really gather and root for the little guy to survive. And we realized at that point that not only was Dead by Daylight going to be a great game, but it was going to make for an amazing show. And it led to
For a guy
us
who tries to look fancy, that
developing a
tattoo
close and really
and them
rewarding
socks are not
relationship
doing
with our
for me.
content creators around the world. They helped make Dead by Daylight the success that it is today, and it it really feels satisfying to be able to say that today we've made some good friends because of that. The next Halloween, after launch, when we added Michael Myers and Laurie Strode to the game from the original 1978 movie Halloween. At
One
first,
of the most fun
we shipped
killers.
the game with 2 killers and 4 survivors. Today, now, 5 years down the line, we have 24 killers and 27 survivors. We've managed to build a world that is so rich, so deep, dripping with story, so that all of these other legends of horror, those iconic characters from all different medias, were able to come into the game and our own original content
That
can stand
controller
proudly side by side with
in
the
the
likes of
background
Freddy Krueger,
is killing the
Joker.
vibe for me.
Today, we're very proud to say that Dead by Daylight is now the Hall of Fame of horror. One thing that may have taken us by surprise a little bit is the depth of passion that our fans have shown us around the world.
You
I am
mean
lucky
Juk
enough that
Ching?
I was part of the delegation that was sent to meet people and to represent Dead by Daylight around the world, and we've met some crazy passionate fans out there. And thank you for that. I have seen firsthand the love, the support, the passion that unites people from everywhere around the world with that crazy game that we've made. One of the things I think that led to that is probably our creative team's talent and skill and the dedication of their research to try to find universal bits of horror. And whether they get inspired by the folklore or mythology that lives under your bed, it still shows that what scares you can scare anybody else. Horror and fear are universal, and it brings people together. And that is kind of magical. Now, after all these years, the team has grown close together. And the people around the game, we're now over 300 people at Behavior working on this. There's people all around the world that are our collaborators, our partners. We've made more friends and you know partners than I can
Good
count.
food.
We've also had more inside jokes than I can count. Maybe one day we'll tell you what really is at the bottom of that campfire. Maybe one day we'll explain why the jar of salty lips. and maybe you'll learn who is Jean-Marc Nelly. In the meantime, since I have an
Alright, some
opportunity
Easter
here, I would
eggs.
like to address something. At PAX a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2017, a journalist asked me about the state of the game, and they asked me about the team. And I answered them. Well, we were having some technical difficulties at the time. It was a bit of a rough patch, I won't lie. But I answered them saying that I thought we had done a pretty good job so far. And for some reason, these words stuck.
Man, he must have
People
practiced
started
this
using them
speech
willy-nilly. They
10,000
started
times.
attaching these words to many, many things. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I love this team, and I love the work, the skill, the passion that has gone into it. I love this game. And if someone was to ask me again the same question, I do believe I would tell them again, I think we've done a pretty good job so far.
If you know, you know.
The choices you make as you travel into the fog are of the utmost importance. Now you go. Make that choice.
Can I click on this? Oh shit, you can actually vote on this. No, I'm not gonna vote. I fudge it.
Type the number 1 or the number 2 into the chat.
I'm gonna go with number 1 just because people for some reason switched to number 2. I'm on number 1.
Make your whispers heard and you will be rewarded.
I'm on number 1, bounce back. Nah, it looks like people are voting for number 2 for some reason. What the hell? Not gonna lie, I like this interactive approach. Damn, number 2 one. Oh, sugar! I try to screenshot the
Hey,
code,
horror fam, Darren Bowsman here,
but it's
director
10
of the
fragments.
previous Saw films and the all-new Spiral from the Book of Saw in theaters right now. I just want to take a moment and celebrate with everyone the 5-year anniversary for Dead by Daylight. Congratulations to the Behaviour team. We are all incredibly happy that Saw gets to be part of your legacy. The game continues. Cheers.
Or I didn't screenshot. Oh, whatever. Not a big L.
YouTube の方でデッドバイデイライトを中心にゲーム実況動画生配信をさせていただいております。日本のフォグウィスパラーの一人、柏木ベルクラで、ございます。よろしくお願いします。そして視聴者の皆さんに質問です。もしあなたが霧の世界に連れ去られたとして儀式に何を持っていきますか？ 1. 懐中電灯、2. 医療キット、3. 工具箱、そして4が鍵となってます。5周年ですよ。デッドバイデイライトが
I bring a medkit.
動画をアップロードしてきたんですけども、このデッドバイデイライトと一緒に5年共に歩めたことがね、めちゃくちゃ光栄です。本当に5周年おめでとうございます。
I would bring the medkit. Flashlight would be actually my
Hey everyone,
second
my
choice.
name is Meg Turney. I'm a cosplayer and a Dead by Daylight streamer, and my question for the audience is:
Will we see on
which
Starbucks?
cosplay would make you cross the street on Halloween night? Is it 1, the Huntress, 2, the Wraith, 3, the Clown, or 4, the Doctor? For me, definitely the Doctor. I don't know how you would do those eyepieces, but I don't want to be anywhere near
Yeah,
that.
I agree. The Doctor.
No, thank you.
I agree.
Ugh. Did you agree with me? What do you guys think? Let us know. And of course, thank you so much to both the Dead by Daylight community and the devs. I've been so excited to be part of this community, and it's been a wonderful 5 years. Happy 5th anniversary, and here's to many more.
Clowns, I'm not afraid of clowns. Like, I don't have a phobia. Sorry.
Come play the piano. Music, you know how I love music.
Who is she?
Yes. Well done.
First time seeing her. I don't know who she is. Where is my boy Odzdarva?
Alright, well, if I'm gonna fucking be the Pyramid Head, I'm gonna play Pyramid Head. Let me get the head and start.
The F-bomb
So
straight
let's
away.
see. Okay.
Who is she? Are they all gonna be female?
Hey.
Who are you?
If you have cocksuckers. Wait.
Where's my cringe button? They're all women, what the hell? Where is my boy Odzdarva? Where is Scott Junt? Where is the Manta? What is this?
Go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? One of you's not gonna make it out.
Next person. Greta Thunberg. Who is she? Or who are you?
Look, it's
Notice.
this is me. This is me right now.
Either woman or man who transition to women. Damn.
And I'm Meg.
I don't know any of these people. First time seeing them. They're not even good. I'm guessing. Oh,
Oh god!
I don't know who he is either.
You just got spirited away. Oh no!
Is this what it takes to be a big dude on Dead by Daylight? Some goofy ass outfit. I don't know a single person.
Thanks for joining my Dead by Daylight workout series. Alright, we're gonna start off with point at the killer. Point. Get off the couch and let's crouch. And pump. And pump. Don't be afraid.
Okay, it's goofy. It's goofy, I give it that. Come on, the big reveal.
What is this?
Who are you?
What is this? No, hold on. Oh!
What is this?
Oh!
What
It's
is
coming to-
this?
It's coming to Dead by Daylight! Oh my god, bro! What? Yo! 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 Yo!
Oh
yo,
my god.
yo,
Oh my god.
Yo! Fuck out of here! Yo! 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 No! 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 I don't even care. I don't even care about nothing else in the stream. Resident Evil is coming to fucking Dead by Daylight. I don't care about shit else in this. Nah, bruh. Nah. No.
Come on, can we start with a hype? They act as if they just inherited millions from a far distant uncle.
On behalf of everybody here at Behaviour, congratulations on 25 years.
Really?
Over the years, our very own
Who paid you? How much did they pay you to react like that? Wow, like, man, this is getting
DVD
fake.
chapter win, I'm telling you, the fucking 5-year anniversary. Hello.
Yep, this girl gets it. I assume it's a girl. Okay, never mind.
On behalf of everybody here at Behaviour, congratulations.
I like the beginning of her reaction, that was honest. But after that...
You're fucking shitting me, right? You're like, that's not real. This isn't actually happening, right?
I'm bored. I'm bored from... These people are boring.
What the fuck? I knew it!
Congratulations on 25 years of horror.
Yeah, she, like, I swear, they're acting as if their life changed forever. God damn it.
Oh my god. Resident Evil 25th Anniversary DVD Umbrella Charm exclusive chapter item, June 2021.
Hi. On behalf of everybody here at Behaviour, congratulations on 25 years of horror.
Where's the big reveal? Come on, guys. Keep it going. Oh, there it is. Will I be also like this? Oh my god! Oh my god! My heart can't take this! Oh, it's a street! Oh, Meg is running! Oh, the big tongue. It's the predator. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's it, yeah. Congrats. Now we know who's the killer and the survivors. Cool.
Hey you.
They actually
Thank
pulled
you
off
for
the
joining us
impossible.
today for this very special celebration. So we are proud and happy to finally be able to reveal the content of the Resident Evil chapter and be part of the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil. As you may know, the team's been hard at work on the graphical rework over the last year, and that's why we couldn't add any new map to the game. That's going to change with the Resident Evil chapter.
I'm happy
So on the chapter release,
it's
you'll be
Nemesis
able
and not
to
Mr. X.
visit the Raccoon City Police Department.
Hmm. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow! Mamu! This is the best day of my life. All I see is palette. Ugh. I wonder how accurate this is. So, it must be the Nemesis then who can kill survivors in a new way. I don't see anything environmentally. Where are the hooks? Oh, there we go, one hook. I saw the charm, the T-virus broken tube. Notice how I'm not passing out from a heart attack here. I'm excited, but like, you know, it is what it is, man. I wasn't paid to have an aneurysm on the screen. It looks big. This looks massive. This looks like it could be the biggest map. This is a lot of rooms, a lot of areas. Yeah, the map looks good. Not much to say.
So first of all, I have to say that the map is absolutely gorgeous. The teams put great effort to recreate the map from
Oh, I
the
like
remake
this.
of Resident Evil 2.
This is cool.
So you'll see some iconic locations such as the main
The
hall, the
setting.
archive, the STARS office, and others in there. It's truly amazing. Like if you played the remake, you can actually navigate around the map and recognize it perfectly.
I didn't play the remake.
Of course, there's also going to be a twist in there since the entity is doing its own nightmarish version of it.
Well,
Alright, let's
obviously.
talk about characters now. There is a lot of very interesting characters in the Resident Evil franchise.
No
So
minigun.
it's very difficult to choose
Sad.
just one survivor. And that's why you're getting two for this chapter. The first one is Jill Valentine, the brilliant STARS agent. Her unique perk will highlight her intensive training and her
Oh,
high adaptability
this
in
is the good
impossible
stuff.
situations.
Okay, we're entering the good stuff. Big props for them actually giving us the coolest version, in my opinion. I'm not impressed by animations because they're not unique, you know. So it's come on. Her shoulders look dislocated.
The second survivor is Leon S. Kennedy. Leon's been having the worst first day at work ever, and it's not going to be better in the realm of the entity. His unique perk are going to highlight his dedication to other, his resilience.
I wonder
and his
how
goal
he
to
ended up
accomplish
in the entity's realm.
There's also something really special about one of his perks. It will add a new type of gameplay to Dead by Daylight. With this perk, and under a certain condition, you will be able to spawn a unique item, a flashbang, inside the match. So that's an item you don't need to equip in your loadout before the match.
Oh no.
Something that you will create within the match you're in.
Survivors will have now 2 items. Now they can stun you twice. This, like, with 2 items. Oh, the Nemesis animations were actually more interesting. I'm a bigger fan of his design model skins. You know, it looks like proper military stuff. The woman, not so much. I'm bad with names. Jill and Chris, I think. Yeah, but Chris
Okay, let's talk about the killer now.
has
So
the good
again,
stuff.
there's a lot of different monsters we could have used out of the Resident Evil franchise.
True.
But we chose the classic tyrant, the Nemesis. The Nemesis power is called T-Virus.
The
With his special tentacle attack, the Nemesis is able
tentacles.
to infect survivors. Infected survivors are going to be sick. They will cough, they will vomit, so they're going to be easier to spot. And they also become vulnerable to the next tentacle attack, which will not infect them, but will damage them instead. For each infected survivor, the Nemesis power grows. His
R.I.P.
tentacle
Plague.
gain more reach. So he'll be able to attack over pallets, over vaults, and in some tricky places on the maps.
Over
But
palace?
there's a way to get out of this infection for survivors. There are some vaccines around the map that can be used to get out of this infection. But there is a limited quantity, so make sure that you absolutely need it before taking it. The
I like
Nemesis'
that.
unique perks will make you feel like an unstoppable hunter that can use both brains and brawn to cause panic amongst the survivor ranks. On top of that, for the first time ever, this killer is assisted by AI characters.
Wow, that is
So
big.
we are adding zombies to the maps when you are facing the Nemesis. Zombies are patrolling the area,
That
and
is
survivors need
big.
to be careful of both Nemesis and them so that they don't get bitten and infected by the zombies.
Then it show us though. I know a lot of people are joking, like, oh, they'll add some like AI, like zombies on the map, but they're actually doing that. Ne- Everyone's gonna be playing for Nemesis. R.I.P. rest of the killers. No minigun though. Maybe it will be an iridescent add-on. These are the zombies, man. They, this will change everything. They're now added an environmental element to the game. He destroyed the zombie with a pallet drop. That's awesome. But that means the map will be massive. Why would you kill your own zombies?
That's it. That's the content of the Resident Evil chapter. So I hope that you are as excited as we are to see the Resident Evil content inside Dead by Daylight.
This
I
is
sure am.
huge.
I mean,
The,
this
zo
has
the
been a dream
zombies
come
on the
true.
map.
I played these games so much, I still have the original copy of Resident Evil 2 from my teens. So you'll be able to
Sure.
experience this chapter in the PTB, which will be right after this event. And it will also come out June 15th.
I'm playing
So mark your
PTB,
calendars.
boys.
So I just want to finish by saying thank you to all of our community for staying around with us and having fun with us. And I wish you an happy 5th anniversary.
I am excited for this. This is epic. I can access the PTB now? This is gonna be a long ass video.
So I'm so pleased to be with you, Justine, today to talk about this part of the broadcast on the roadmap for Dead by Daylight 4
Oh,
and 6.
the roadmap.
So we're going to present the new DLC and the new maps for next year. We're also going to talk about the 4 tomes for the archive that are coming next. And we will finish with the 4 pillar of Dead by Daylight and all the feature that comes along with them. We're starting very high as well this year with a unique and incredible license. I'm so pleased to work on Resident Evil, and we can't wait to see that DLC out and see the player having fun with this. Um, Obviously, I cannot say anything about the other DLC, top secret.
It's fine. We'll spill the beans at a later date for sure.
But something that I can say is we are going to release a total of 4 killer, 5 and not 4 survivors, and also 2 new maps.
4
It's
killers,
gonna be really cool. I think
5 survivors.
all of this is gonna be some pretty exciting content for all of our players coming out. Because there's not only that.
4
I mean,
killers
also,
is a
like
lot.
you said, we've got 4
In
tomes.
1 year.
Our
That's
players
a
now expect
lot.
us to have 1 new tome every mid chapter with a new survivor story, a new killer story, a story about the observer, and we want to keep on telling these as time goes on. The more original characters we create, the more stories that we have to tell.
You want to know more about this character.
Exactly, and like we've got some ways to tell this that I
Like a
think
cancer, it will
we
just
haven't even been able to show yet.
grow.
So I'm really curious to see what we can actually do and how the players react to everything. Because the lore in Dead by Daylight it's rich, and we just want to be able to show as much of it as we can. And we also have all the events that we want
Right,
to be
she
doing.
says.
We have an upcoming anniversary event that actually, if the players stick around, they're going to see more about that later. I'll be coming back. We have our Halloween event that is always so much fun to do. Always a lot of work, but absolutely worth it. And just to recap on something that we mentioned during the archives anniversary, and I believe it was a blog post, we are always going to focus on these events as the big ones during the year because we want them always to be big. These are the moments for our community where we want them to celebrate together and realize that, look, this is Dead by Daylight's time. Come celebrate with us. This year is going to be no exception. I think we're going to deliver on a really big anniversary, a really amazing Halloween event that's coming.
Oh,
and that doesn't mean we're ignoring any of the other smaller ones. We still want to do something for winter. We want to do something for lunar. But there's something built on a smaller scale. But it's still going to be a great reason to come back into the game and enjoy DBD. So after all that, I think it's really worth looking at, what we actually have coming in year 6 with our pillars.
So we have 4 pillars that help us to create the roadmap for Dead by Daylight. The first one is the first step into the fog. This is all the features that are here for the first moment you enter into the game as a player. Then the second one is the game house. Game house is really important for us. It's really everything that is optimization, bug fix, and stabilization.
The game health should be first.
The third one is the realm beyond. And this is a work of visual update that we're starting to year 5. And the final one is live design.
Yeah, I think all that stuff is super interesting for us to be going into and to even dive in further so everyone knows what's going on. For the first steps into the fog, we know with Resident Evil, tons of new players are going to be coming into this game. If I was a Resident Evil fan that hadn't heard of Dead by Daylight, I know I'm going to be checking it out. So we've really taken a look at our entire tutorial process, every way that we teach players how to play Dead by Daylight, and tried to identify what we need to fix or what we need to improve. DBD, honestly, it's
what we
very
need to
complex
fix, he
game.
says.
We know we don't do necessarily the best job of teaching people, but I think we've made a great improvement. And the first step to that is by reworking the tutorial itself. So from the moment that player actually steps into the game, we're gonna really guide them through. This is what you need to learn. Then we actually
This
have
is how you
some
loop.
matches for you to play.
This is how you.
Are
This is
brand
how
new, and I
you.
think it's going to be a very nice safe way
Blink
for
on the
players
killer
to actually
for
learn
10
how to
minutes.
play.
This is how you generous.
Amazing rewards as you go along the entire
This
thing.
is how you tunnel. This
On
is
top
how
of that, we're
you
looking at other things that have been,
abuse
barriers,
no
I would
ad.
say, for players getting even deeper into the game, and we're talking like matchmaking being too
This is
long
how you
and
cam the hook.
so we're trying to find ways.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's it's not easy. I think you can say.
This is how you.
So what we're really looking into is ways to incentivize players to play a
Bob
role that has
camp in the basement.
less weight or more of a need at that current point in time. If maybe you're a killer player, but we need more survivors at that time, then we'll offer you some incentive to actually go play that. On top of all that, I mean, we're constantly working on the
I wonder
matchmaking in the
if there
background,
is
trying
more
to find ways to optimize it
player
to
mates than
get you into matches
survivors.
faster.
I know it should be
And the more
survivors.
matches you play, I think the more that you'll actually experience, sadly, with any live game, some toxicity. What we're actually working on for this is the auto ban feature. So at the end of every match, in the tally screen, you know there's this option where you can report a player for some negative behavior, applaud them for doing something well.
Which I don't
And
think does
right now, this
anything.
is our customer support team that is looking over it, manually.
Right.
What we're doing with this change is this is going into an automated system. If players receive a certain amount of negative reports, we are going to take action, and we're going to let you know that your report is actually having an effect on this.
That's
and
what's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
thank you for it.
toxic.
All of this is really great for our players. I
Salty
know
players
5
will
years
just
on,
abuse that.
some things in Dead by Daylight, like the news, are still in English. That's going to change.
Nice. That's a big improvement.
I think so. I mean, even
Autobahn.
at our office, it's super great in English. People around the world. We're spreading even more community managers around the world to create more communities where you can engage with. It's just as important that we do this in our game as well. So as soon as you start the game, you have your language available to you.
We'll finally have the news in French. That's cool.
The next step
Okay,
after
yeah.
that is really making
Languages
sure
are cool,
that
yeah,
we
sure.
can stomp as many bugs as possible in our game, and take a look at game health.
Our game as Dead by Daylight.
That's gonna be a
which has
lifelong
been out
quest,
for
mate.
5 years now. It's always a challenge to find the right balance between creating new content or maintaining and improving the existing mechanics. For the first years of Dead by Daylight, we put more time and resources into creating new content because the goal was to create a rich and deep experience for the players. Now, recently, we've adjusted our roadmap because we have a lot of content that we need to support, and we've decided to improving what we have. Mostly.
Less is more.
I think that's
You should
a really
focus
important
on
thing
fixing your
it's good that we're
existing
taking time
content.
for it, because a lot of our earlier content, I think it was great to bring everyone together. But eventually, there's kind of a maintenance cost. You need to make sure all this new content is working together properly, and that there's no issues going on.
So we have two ways of doing it. The first one is really looking at the game and see what we can do to improve it in terms of stabilization, optimization, gameplay fixes as well, but also making the game less explorable. So that's a big chunk of things. But on the other hand, there is something that we
I
need
want
to
to play
take
the
care of.
PTB.
We need to look at our internal processes and make sure that internally we can also improve as well as the game. And for that, as an example, we've decided recently to migrate the user interface of the game to a technology that is called UMG. It's the UI manager of Unreal. And the idea here is to stop working on outdated technology, and we take this opportunity to redo all our screens to also make them more performant, more modern, and so we can have more features as well in the future.
I think that's going to be great, just because once that's done, every screen is going to feel fresher, and it's going to allow us to do so many more things. And
yeah,
I
respect that. I respect that. Okay.
I'm sure you are.
We can actually bring into the game.
I'm not feeling the
Obviously, it's
autobahn.
a long-term process. We need to keep the efforts.
Should be manual
the
bans.
stabilization
Okay, I
and
can
the
understand that, but
technology
autobahn.
but we hope that in the next releases that will be out for year 6, you will be able, as a player, to see more stabilization and only concentrate on the fun for the game. And talking about keeping and maintaining what is already there, what are coming up next for the visual updates and the Realm Beyond?
So for the Realm Beyond, I think this is something that a lot of our players were really excited about when they heard about it a year ago or so when we started. It feels like it's been an eternity. This is really the project of overhauling everything in DBD to bring it to the level of all of the current content.
Yeah, okay.
It's been around for 5 years, right? And let's just say, Dwight needs a fresh coat of paint. Him and the others and then all the maps and everything, they've been around for quite some time. I think they need to be shown some love and really brought up to today's standards. I'm loving everything the team is able to do for this, and those who are really just joining us or don't know what the Realm Beyond
But those
is,
are like the base skins. What about all the premium skins? Oh man, that's a lot of work.
Reworking this, maybe adding in new ones to make something make more sense, like repairing a generator. It used to be the same animation no matter where you are. Now every side is something new, and that was something really cool and immersive.
It's like this.
It feels great.
Those are the wires.
Like you might be a little bit more
Goes like
immersive,
this,
forget the killers coming
or like
to
this.
get you, but I think that's the point. So on top of all
Waiting
this,
for
we're
one where it
starting to
goes like
look at
this. Okay.
Survivor reworks. So I think we've already shown off a few of them, but a lot of our newer survivors are very highly detailed, and we wanted to take the time to revisit some other ones and rework them a bit. We're aiming to really make them recognizable. but a lot more
Myra's
flexibility
buff,
with the actual
Legion
visuals
buff.
and just more detail overall. So on your current gen systems, it doesn't look like you're playing something from a few gens ago. Not that I'm talking about gens. So this is all the kind of stuff that we're actually going to be going over, just after this in the Realm Beyond segment. And I think it's going to be a lot of really interesting stuff that they can cover because we're not done yet. On top of all of that, I mean,
If I was
one
a
more thing
basic,
I don't
if
think
I
we
was
ever
sitting
stop
there,
with is just our live design and constantly tweaking it.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like as we do for the game house and for the realm beyond, keeping and maintaining what we have, making it better, improving it. The gameplay will just follow the same rule this year. So basically, we're taking the core mechanics that we have and we're going to make them better, to change them, to tweak them, redesign them. The idea behind this is you have been a player for a long time, for several years now. I'm sure of that.
Definitely a few.
Yeah, we want to keep you interested. We want you to connect to Dead by Daylight and just say, okay, I'm going to play something different tonight. I'm going to discover something, and it's going to be exciting. And this is what we're looking for with changing the mechanics that are already there. We have mechanics that have been there for such a long time. It's time that we put some love on them. I'm not going to enter into the details right now because
obviously.
Magic is going to do it.
Just when she's getting interesting.
I think that's totally fair. There's honestly, whenever I look in some of the notes for some of the design changes, it really gets into it, and I know our very engaged fans are they're reading every little
talking
bit,
about
and
stuff
it's amazing the things that we can do to
without
keep all
talking
these
about
characters
stuff.
and elements
You
feeling
know,
fresh.
just
That's
waffle
the core of
around.
DBD, right? It's again to match. You don't know what you're going to find, but we want to make sure that you have a good time.
Exactly.
I think that's really just to sum up all of the pillars quite nicely, I'd say.
Yes.
So we've got tons of segments coming, and I mean, stay tuned for all this to hear more about the Realm Beyond, about live design, community, everything. Stay tuned for the entire broadcast. We're happy to have you here.
How long is this gonna be? How long is this whole ordeal gonna last? Oh no, again.
The choices you make as you travel into the fog are of the utmost importance. Now go and make that choice.
I vaulted one. It's gonna be either blood points or...
Either number 1 or number 2 into the chat.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of this like a boomer. Gonna be blood points or the rift thing. The rift fragments. I'm not bothered, but for rift fragments are almost done with them. It's gonna be blood points. I'm calling it now. What else could they possibly give you? Auric cells? Hardly. Another 10 rift fragments. Blood points. I wonder, do I have to be in-game right now? Or is there like a time frame I can use these? I don't know. First time dealing with all this. Ease. If that's how fast survivors are gonna be fixing gens in the new update, there better be 100 gens in the map.
Hey everyone, my name is Kayla. You might know me as Cauliflower. My question for the audience.
I don't care what she has to say. You saw the merchandise thing, you know, the map for the mouse. That looked interesting.
Or
is it Wingy McFlapflaps from Dead Dog Saloon? Personally, I'm gonna have to go with Moo Moo. It's a cow in a hospital bed. I need to know more. While I'm here, I just wanted to give a little shout out to my community, my Dragon Army. Thank you guys so much for supporting me over these years with my Dead by
Couldn't
Daylight
care
content.
less.
And thank you to the devs for creating a game that has so much staying power, has so many incredible licenses. You guys have done
Who pay
some
you?
crazy amazing things. So thank you, because I've been able to base my career on that, and
I
it's
bet
been
you
huge.
do. I
So
bet you
thank
do.
you.
I bet it
Congrats
was
on 5
huge.
years. And here's to 5 more.
I don't care about any of them.
Hey everyone, I'm Poppers. I do have a question for everyone.
Oh, I think I
If
know
you
this dude.
had to choose between chocolate or
Okay,
vanilla cupcake,
plus 10 points for
what
wokeness.
would
Okay.
you want? For me, I feel like I would want a chocolate escape cake. I don't know why, but I love chocolate. Vanilla would be pretty yummy too now. Alright, enough
Talk about
about
scripted.
cake.
Talk
I
about
also
reading from the
wanna
script,
thank
bro.
all the DVD now and the Dead by Daylight community for being so awesome to me, and for all the years of playing, streaming, and hanging out with everyone. I really hope everyone has an amazing 5-year anniversary. And yo,
Yeah, okay.
remember,
I
if
don't want to
you're
say anything. Come
comfy,
on.
you're winning. Have a lovely day.
Is this how you become a big streamer? Do this?
Hey everyone, I'm the King, and I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Today, I have a question for you guys in the Twitch poll chat, and that question is, what noise does the Wraith's bell make? Is it bing bong, ding dong, or kling clong? I also want to wish Dead by Daylight a happy 5th year anniversary.
It
Thank you
makes
for all of the years of fun and enjoyment and
that
bringing
sound.
everybody together. Thank you to the devs for all the hard work that you've put in over the years. And
It
shout out
makes
to our community
clap
as
clap.
well. I hope you guys got your answers in and enjoy the rest of the show.
What is this? This is some juvenile BS. Bing bong. Ding dong. Ding ding ding. That's the sound it makes. If you know the reference. I feel like I'm missing out on something. How are they having... How are they getting all these reactions?
He fucked up.
Okay, I can respect that reaction.
She fell the fuck off, chat.
Okay, I can respect that. Didn't show the part where she found him.
There she is. She's somewhat. Alright. Dude.
The only big streamer from all of these is Otofu, in my opinion. The rest of these losers, no offense, I don't know. I'm very happy that my screen is blocking this. Some of them. You see, the guys to me seem to have genuine reactions. Women will just go like this all over the place.
Oh my god, what? I didn't know you were here. Honey, that's your own fault. Why were you here?
If I hope those people don't talk like that in real life. That would no wonder they're streamers if that's the case. Hey, updated. Mad respect for that. I like map updates. Don't forget to add 20,000 new pallets. That's what I mean by updated. They're updating again. Oh, they're short. This already happened. I was confused. Some of these already happened. Hey, ooh, I like that. I like that. I like Doctor. As a, Wish's power was a bit more impactful. Okay. Again, it already happened.
We've all seen the graphic update that we've been doing the last few months, and we've talked a little bit about it as the realm beyond. To go into a little more detail, we'll talk with Phil Ivanovich, our art director,
He looks like a
and
survivor.
Stéphane Yelin, our lead level artist, about what that means.
That dude
The first
looks
question
like
I
a
have
survivor
with
already.
this, obviously everybody's question is why? Why did we decide to do this big rework, and why now?
It's a really good question. I mean, the game was out for 5 years now, as we all know, and that question of a rework was always in the back of our head, but we never found the right moment to do it because of multiple reasons. But with all the console
He
next
looks
gen
like
console
Bill,
coming
who
out, we
shaved.
thought it was the right moment to bring our game on par with what is being done in the gaming industry. But we never expected the success and the longevity of the game that we have right now. We are now 5 years later, and we have all the new tools, the bigger team, and I think we can achieve what we wanted to do a while back.
Okay, so we decided it's the right moment. And then what was the vision? What was our goal going into this?
The main goal with the rework was to have a more immersive experience with the player in the game.
Let me translate this.
Either in the mood, with the
AKA
environment, or
more
the emotion.
microtransactions.
You know, when somebody's repairing a gen, I think people really enjoy that because it's really, you feel like you're repairing a gen. We're
Oh
always
yeah, I
constantly listening
enjoy
to our player,
doing the
and
same
we
thing
make
over
sure that
and
we
over
don't lose
and
the
over
essence of
again.
the game, but at the same time pushing new boundaries. We've been super excited with all the feedback we got, and we're really looking forward for people to see what we're coming next for them.
So obviously that's a huge undertaking.
Huge.
It's a big project.
Huge
what
undertaking.
are some of the main issues we faced?
Huge
So the main
undertaking.
challenges with DBD, we all know that DBD is from, it's a game that's from 5 years ago, and it's live. So the thing is, when we try to build new environment to update those, we
Are
have old
tattoos
data
like a
that we're trying
requirement
to rebuild,
to join their
and
team?
also we try to fix those performance issue, and we have the new
Everyone
data as
has
well.
tattoos.
And sometimes those data are
just
clashing
noticing.
with each other, and we try to make sure that it's not happening. But it's a live game, so we have to move forward, and we can't stop.
So obviously those are big challenges, and to do that we had to go back and essentially rethink a bunch of the tools and the
Notice
pipelines that
their
we use.
totems
Yes.
only have
So
2
we
schools
took a
instead
step
of
back,
3.
and we just realized that our pipeline was obsolete. So of course, the whole team, we bring the idea of, okay, we need new tools. We need to empower those artists. We need to make sure that if we want to achieve the quality that we want to achieve, we have to make the right choices. It means evolving, rethink the way that we are creating environment, and this is the whole team work.
This is just a
Like,
bunch
it's not
of
only
corporate
environment,
salad
it's animation, environment,
words.
textures, shading, lighting. It's a huge job.
Yeah. All right, so new tools, new pipeline. What's the future hold? What are we gonna do with that?
The goal here with all
You're
this
gonna
merch together, it's to build
blow
an
your money.
atmosphere, mood, because after all, like DBD, it's like an horror movie.
Yep.
So we all know that DBD was more gameplay driven.
No, it's
but
not horror
to make
movie
sense
at
with the
all.
game, but what we were lacking, it's immersion. So with all of this merch together, we're trying to bring that.
You are lacking immersion. I
We
agree.
had storytelling to those maps.
The
We
virus
create like more
looping killer
fog,
for
more
10
work with the
minutes is
lighting.
immersion
So when
breaking.
you experiment the game, you forget that it's a game. It's the feeling that we're trying to build.
I think there's something really cool we're gonna try to do
Tunneling
with terrain,
actually
right?
is
Yes,
immersion.
the terrain is pretty flat in DBD
Change
right
my
now,
mind.
and with the fact that we're
Hashtag
changing and trying
tunneling
to evolve the
is
characters
immersion.
with the new visual that we're trying to bring to DBD, we gonna add more relief to this terrain, and I think this will add a little bit of spice to the gameplay. We can change the perspective, how the killer or the survivor play the map.
She sounds like she's like
That's cool.
mixing
And we're also gonna
Polish
be
and
working on
French
character
accents
animations,
at the same
right?
time.
Yes. Another big part of the immersion is the characters and their animation. The animation team and the character.
Yeah, this
artist team
animation
did
right
a
here.
Super job.
2 wires
They're
on a
working
jump.
on the bringing the texture on par with what we're doing right now, but also the animation team working on all those animation, like the interaction with the gen. Also, by doing so, with the texture and the animation, we want the player to connect even more to the personality of the player, of the character he's playing. And
Look at them.
I
All
mean,
3 of
it's
them
all
have
connecting together. All we're
arm
doing
tattoos.
is a big chunk that at the end it's the immersion. It's not just one part, it's the entire work of everybody on the team.
What other cool things can people expect to see in the maps that we're making?
Well, the old rework things. Also, we wanted to add extra details, some that we already started, like jump scares. We did it with the Midwich map, and it was pretty cool. We stayed faithful with the original game, but I mean, putting it in our game
Jump
was pretty
scares.
cool. I think people really enjoyed it. Adding a lot of storytelling to have a bit more story to the map, not just the map.
And what about lobbies? I know people like when we mess with the lobbies. Are we gonna do that again?
Yes, we're gonna keep on messing with the lobbies. I mean, it's
At
something
least they're
we,
honest
we've
about it.
talked about in the
Didn't we,
discussion with the
like-
rework. I mean, it's super important for me and the other people on the team. It's the first thing you see when you start the game. So for us, it was important to have this first connection
Yep.
to what's
Fix the
being
connection
released,
issues.
the killer. So veteran or newcomers, they immerse themselves in what's being done at the moment.
And being looped
Awesome.
for 10 minutes.
And I know that a big question that's on everybody's mind right now is, yeah, but are we gonna get more maps?
Yes.
That's all he can say. It was in his contract stated. He can only say the word yes. Oh, this looks like Jake.
I'm Matt, design director on Dead by Daylight.
Okay, no, you're
I work
Jake.
with the creative director
You're not
and
Matt.
the game design team to bring you guys amazing licensed and original chapters, killer updates, perk adjustments, accessibility features, and more. Our talented designers are constantly exploring new features and mechanics to keep trials fresh and fun for players, and I'm super excited about some of the things that we have planned for the future of Dead by Daylight.
New Battle Pass.
Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about live design. For a game that's been out for the last 5 years, live design has become an important part of our process of updating and maintaining the game, delivering new experiences, fixing exploits, improving quality of life, and generally attempting to make the game feel fairer for everybody. When it comes to live design, we're a little more reactive to what's going on in the community and in the game. So we generally base our design decisions on 3 main factors. Feedback from the community through surveys and focus group testing, the data and information that we get from the game itself, and of course, our own design intuition and experience.
That's how you
when it comes
remember.
to looking at the changes
You go like
we
this.
can make. It's difficult to be entirely transparent about what we're working on,
difficult.
Other teams in the design phase, certain features and mechanics often still being prototyped and play tested and go through numerous changes along the way. That said, there's 3 things that we're super excited to share with you today. New killer updates and their associated timeframes, a brand new type of perk that we're working on for survivors, and finally, a bit of a shakeup to the Memento Mori system. Over the last
they're
few
gonna make
years,
them worse,
we've made
probably.
many small adjustments to our existing killers in Dead by Daylight. Some of our killers have had even more significant updates to their powers and abilities, such as the Doctor's Static Blast, the Clown's Afterpiece Antidote, and of course, the extensive overhaul of the notorious Freddy Krueger way back in 2019. And while we feel that there's still
Notorious.
many small adjustments that we would like to make across the board, our main focus for Year 6 will be on addressing the newest killer that has come into the Dead by Daylight roster.
Trickster?
Moving forward, we're hoping
Nemesis.
to review, update, and release small balance patches for every new killer within the next 2 to 3 major updates after they go live.
Okay.
And that
Cool.
is, of course, on top of any hotfix adjustments that we may
That's
make
a lot of
along
work.
the way.
They keep
In this
saying
way,
they're doing
we'll
all
generally
this.
stick to a clearer time frame that gives us enough time to review and analyze the community feedback and the game data. Soon, when players see that a new chapter is out, they'll also be able to expect some balance changes, value tweaks, and small quality of life improvements for the previous killer in that same chapter or the mid-chapter patch after. We're also working on a brand new type of perk, something that we haven't done for a while. Unlike Hex Totem perks and Obsession perks,
Oh, I see.
this new type of perk is for survivors.
Obviously.
And we're hoping that it will introduce some really fun and interesting gameplay moments for Survivor fans. Boon Totem perks will give a brand
Oh,
new interaction
no.
to survivors standing next to a dull totem in a trial. I can't go into the full details about how all this works right now,
Oh,
but we
no.
are very excited about the interesting new strategies
Oh,
and gameplay
no.
that this will bring to the game. Not
Boon
only will it give
totems.
fans something new and interesting to play with, but it will also give us, as game designers, the opportunity to come up with creative new perks in the future.
Survivors will have their own
And
totems
we're
now.
looking forward to releasing the first of our Boon Totem perks in an upcoming chapter. We're also looking at revisiting
No,
how
no.
Moris are triggered in the game by killers. We've been listening to the fans and seeing the effects that they can have in the game, and despite the recent changes to Mori offerings, we feel that there's a less toxic way that we can approach this element
Toxic.
of the game.
Yep.
And that's something that we're
Yep.
going to be working
Bye-bye,
on in the
Morris.
future.
Bye-bye, Mori.
Currently, a killer can play an offering that grants them the ability to eliminate a survivor from a trial by their own hands. Before the recent changes to the Mori offerings, this allowed the killer to end the game prematurely for any unfortunate survivors that ended up
They're
on the receiving
nerfing
end.
Morris.
We're discussing a new approach now to triggering Moris that is no longer based on playing an offering, but rather integrated into the core gameplay of the trial.
Okay,
This new feature would
okay.
mean that, in effect, killers have to earn their Moris rather than be granted the opportunity
Oh,
by simply playing
but it
an
is a
offering.
nerf. It is
We're
a
looking
nerf.
to move away from the perception of Moris being a toxic part of the game
No.
towards something that's seen as more of a natural progression
Toxic
of the
for
trial.
noobs.
We're hoping to deliver an interesting new game mechanic that not only provides new objectives and new strategic decisions, but also gives the survivors the opportunity to choose whether or not they engage with the system or ultimately deal with the consequences of that choice. Again, I can't go into too many details right now as it's still in the very early stages and is likely to go through many significant changes before it's ready for release. Having said that, this is a feature that we, the Dead by Daylight design team, are really excited about prototyping and playtesting,
Okay.
and we can't wait to see your reactions once it hits live servers. As a small bonus, we're also looking to prototype an update to the key item in the game,
The
and this would tie in
keys.
directly with the Mori system gameplay, so look out for that one as well.
Oh, the keys
Well,
and the
that's it from me.
Moris will
We'll
be
have
like
more on how
integrated.
these elements are developing over the coming year, so keep an eye out for news and updates. And thank you for your continued support over the last 5 years. See you in the fog.
Wow, he actually said a lot at the end there.
Hi friends, it's your girl Die Hard Diva, and I just want to give a huge congratulations to Dead by Daylight on the 5 amazing years. What a crazy journey it's been. All the new chapters that were brought into the game, all the additions, all the surprises you've given us, and also all the new players that recently joined the community. So my question to the audience is this: are you a killer main, survivor main, or do you play both? When I first started playing Dead by Daylight years ago, I love being a killer main. But later on down the line, I actually have a lot of fun playing survivor. I like playing with friends, and it's also good to know both sides of killer and survivor. But I'll still be a killer main at heart. To my community in the Diva
Sure.
Realm, I just want to say I love you all so freaking much. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've given me throughout the years. Even though we can be messy and chaotic, we still have a lot of fun with our fog fashion videos. The hype you've given me with my Dead by Daylight cosplays, you guys are the best. To everyone at Behaviour and a part of the Dead by Daylight team, I just want to say thank you again for the 5 incredible years of all the hard work you put into the game. And here's some
I only wonder about boon totems. I am very scared of boon totems. Imagine as a killer you have to now babysit survivor totems.
What's up everyone, this is K-pop artist Kevin Wu, and I want to wish Dead by Daylight a happy 5th anniversary. As the consultant for the All Killed chapter, my question for the viewers is, what does the trickster say in his Mori?
Oh.
Is it 1, welcome, good show,
Kanda.
2, let's go, thank you, or 3, go crazy, good scream. I want to thank Dead by Daylight for standing and supporting me.
You never
See you
explained that in the game. I don't know. What is that? What is that? Is that how I get my views? I do this. What does the trickster say in this more? Buff me, please. I was kind of weirdly interested in that one. Oh, 3D print. Must be fun. Sitting, painting, cool pieces. Low-key jealous, low-key. That looks cool, not gonna lie. I wish there was more of the entity. Custom console give. Whoa, that is cool.
Hello, Dead by Daylight. Happy anniversary from the world headquarters of Ghostface. This is RJ Corporate at Fun World. Wishing you all the very best. And we're very proud and pleased to be a part of your family and hope to be for many more years to come. All the best. Congratulations.
He has a lot of scream.
Let's talk a little bit about how we're going to celebrate 5 years of Dead by Daylight. And to help
Like
me
this.
do this, with me I have Not Queen, our lead community manager, and returning after public outcry for his leaving, Justin, product manager.
I'll never understand why.
Well, just
You want me
take it
back?
in.
All right.
Enjoy. Now, before we start, I believe you have a note you want to make.
Yes, I have a note I want to make.
So everything that we're going to discuss today, from in-game events to community activities or pride activities, everything is going to be ending up on a calendar on our social media. So if you're
Yes,
not following Dead by
calendars.
Daylight
That's
on
what we
social
want.
media, now's the time to do it.
We
You don't
want
want to miss any of the
calendars.
details of what's going to happen. There's going to be much more than what we just talked about today, so follow us. Now, how are we going to start this?
Okay, so before we hop onto like all the activities around anniversary, I want to say with Resident Evil coming into Dead by Daylight, this is a big thing for us, and
Yep.
we're preparing the arrival of a lot of new players. So what we want to ask our veterans, our expert players, is to join us into welcoming all these new players.
We know that Dead by Daylight's big. It can be a little overwhelming when you start, so
Yeah, exactly. So what we're gonna do is
Cash-wise,
we're
it is
gonna throw a
overwhelming.
lot of tips and tricks on our social media. We're inviting our veterans to join in and add to it, and we're inviting all the new players to like follow us and check out and maybe learn a thing or two about Dead by Daylight.
awesome. Perfect. Now, let's get into the actual celebrations.
Yes. So one thing that we started doing this year is hiring community artists to do art for us. So we had a Discord and Twitch emotes, and we had also kiosks and
AKA
campaigns, for
free
example, back
labor.
in during the holidays. So knowing that, we love hiring community artists, and now we have a new project for you. So we're teaming up with the merch store, and we are doing a call to artists for designing of a new community line on the merch store.
That's awesome.
Because why
make
should
it
they
clear,
do the
this is not a
work if we
contest.
can do the
Not a
work for them?
contest. This is us asking you, like, show us your portfolio,
Uh-huh,
show us
uh-huh.
what you got,
This is
and
not a
we're going to
contest.
hire some of these people to create that new line.
Awesome. Wonderful. Now, what else are we going to do during this month of June?
All right, so as you said, it's month of June, and so it's Pride Month, and for 2 years we've been celebrating Pride Month, and this year we want to hop a little bit, you know? We
Yep.
want to celebrate a little bit bigger. So we're planning on a big event celebration called hashtag Into the Rainbow. We're inviting you to join us in the celebration, but we also have something new in-game
True.
if you want to join the celebration in-game as well. So we have this new charm, this new Pride charm.
So you can proudly display your pride. That's
Exactly.
it. Celebrate with us. Awesome.
Yeah, and we're also going to add to the collection of emotes we had for Pride last year. So we're gonna add a more diverse roster to our crows.
Amazing. All right. What else we got?
All right, so it's been 5 years that Dead by Daylight's been out. We've been reached out by a ton of community members, with everyone with their own stories about Dead by Daylight, how Dead by Daylight impacted their life. We had weddings, we had babies.
Yeah, I signed so many babies.
Matt signed so many babies. Anyways, so
As long as that's the only
to
thing
celebrate
in
our
it.
5th-year anniversary, we're asking you to share your Dead by Daylight story. So use hashtag DBD community on social media, and we're gonna keep an eye
When
on
I
that hashtag, and we're gonna
when I
make sure
log in
to
into a
reshare
game, I
it
go like this.
and give you some visibility on how Dead by Daylight impacted your life and how it created great friendships.
That's amazing.
It cured my
now I hear people screaming
cancer.
right now about, yes, but what about in the game? And that's where you come in, Justin. Please tell us.
We got a parade
I'll tell
flag.
ya. So
There
we
you
have a
go.
2-week period where we're actually going to have this entire in-game event going on.
Oh.
So during this whole period, in every trial, no matter where you are, you're going to find these crown pedestal items appearing.
Yeah.
They're going to pop up, disappear if you're too late to gather them, but if as a survivor or a killer, you can find them, interact with it, and then as a survivor, either escape or a killer, finish your match. What's going to happen is you will then unlock a crown cosmetic for this character. So these are items that are exclusive
For the
to this event.
character.
The design of them is exclusive for this year.
Does
and
that
they're only
mean?
available on our original characters?
Oh, original
I think this
characters.
is going to be really fun for everyone to try to collect for their
So
whole
Trickster can't have it.
inventory of original characters that we created over this this crazy period of 5 years now.
For real. But that's not all.
No, that isn't. So one fun way we like to celebrate the anniversary in game is with a lot of confetti.
Confettis are great.
They're pretty fun. So there's gonna be a lot of items in the blood
Confettis
web
are
that you can
great.
find as a survivor to bring in. And we're talking toolboxes, medkits, flashlights, things that are just gonna, be fun to use and spread the confetti around. Also, blood point offerings to spread the wealth with all your friends.
Will there be balloons? Will there be animals? Will there be balloon animals?
Probably one, probably two. The third, you're not getting that one.
All right.
It's not happening.
It's okay.
But one fun thing that we're doing this year, and is a big reason why I'm actually here with community, is because anniversary is a very special time of the year where, this is about DBD, this is about the community, because DBD is nothing without all these players that are supporting us. And so we wanted to do something a little different this year.
Yep, so we are reviving the community challenges around the in-game event. For people that were there back in the first year, first anniversary, we had some legendary
I wasn't on that.
challenges where the community all got together and unlocked some items in the game. Now, we want to do it again.
Yay.
So I think that was really fun, and I know I've heard players asking, like, we want to do more stuff as a community, we want to be able to work together. So I think this year we're going to be doing it in a very fun way, because we've got some rewards that we're actually going to give out from these, like an outfit for David King,
Ooh.
and another one for the Wraith, both themed after the anniversary with the gold lines and everything.
Why Wraith?
2 exclusive charms just for this.
Okay.
One as a nice little cake topper for DBD, and another one as a little naughty bear, which, if you know Behaviour, maybe you know this guy.
They know.
He's worth checking out.
Yeah.
So on top of
I
this,
don't
there's
know what they're
other
talking
really
about.
cool things, but the question is, okay, how do you actually unlock this? Where do you find out how to get them? And that's all on our socials.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we have to visit their socials.
It's no effort at all.
But what else is there?
So, on top of all of this, because we have so many characters that have actually been created and are loved over this 5-year period, we want to try to find a way to give some out to players. If there's one you've been waiting on, this is going to be your chance, because during the first week of the anniversary, we're going to give away enough iridescent shards for you to unlock one full original character. And this doesn't matter if you arrive, 1 day or 2 days late, because maybe you have homework, there's an exam. No matter when you arrive, even towards the end, you're going to get enough to get one of these characters.
That's awesome.
I can respect that.
Is that too much, though?
I mean,
I
I've
can
never gotten
respect
far
that.
enough.
Oh my God! Do go on.
On top of that, if you have all these characters, like I know some of our super engaged players do, what we're actually going to do on top of this
My
is
wallet
something called our
cries.
Shrine of Secrets, which, if you're new to the game, the Shrine of Secrets is a tab inside the store where we have a set of 4 perks that changes every week that you can purchase with iridescent shards. And this is so, you don't necessarily have to purchase a character to get their perks, as long as you stay tuned and see what's going on. So for the event, what we're doing is, for this entire 2-week period, every day, we are going to cycle those perks.
Every day?
7 times as often, and the cost of those is going to be 500 shards less.
That's insane.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm in.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me and telling
For people
everything
who
that's happening.
are
That's everything
not
that's happening.
like me
Follow us
and
on
didn't
social for
spend money to buy every single character, this is great.
All right, that's a wrap for us. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you so much for all of this. Thank you to the whole Behaviour team. Thank you to all of our fans out there, content creators. Thank you to all of our partners. And
Thank you
I'm
for
gonna
all the
say thing
whales
now
who
that you've
keep
been
us
wanting me to say for
afloat.
the whole show. PTB is live. You can go and play the Resident Evil chapter.
That's what we're
right
gonna
now.
do. That's what we're gonna
Go,
do.
have fun, and I will see you in the fog. Oh shit! Funko Pops are coming.
Funko Pops. Oh, it's a code. I don't care about the Funko Pops. Anyways, this is gonna be a long ass video to edit. Oh, I think they are repeating the, in case you missed. Yeah, in case we missed. A lot to unpack. I'm gonna have to make separate videos about separate topics. Speculations, if you will. Um, if you stuck around until the end of the video, thank you guys, that means the world to me. And check out my next video where I'm gonna test play the PTB. Off we go.